Our mission shines like a guiding star to solve a problem that's gone too far. Financial awareness, the key we hold in teaching wisdom.
Welcome to the National Estate and Gift Planning Awareness Conference. My name is Regina Ochridako and I bring you greetings from the conference.
To face life's race with every lesson.
Today we are having a conference about national estate and gift giving planning. And the reason why this is important is that when you get broke one day, if there's no planning for estate or assets or investments, and you are old and you don't have anywhere that you can get money from and you can't borrow from anybody, then you begin to know the importance of events such as this. Nobody wants to get broke, everybody wants to have money on them, but if you don't plan how you make your money and how you spend them, then your life is like a lottery, it's left to chance. That is why events like this are very, very important.
Whoever you are, you have the opportunity to plan properly, and the planning is so that when you are not able to work anymore, but either by law or you are incapacitated or whatever form of incapacitation that you suffer, or as I said, you go in retirement, you can still continue living a decent life.
We are aging globally, so you may likely be older than you think you are going to be, so you need to prepare. We also have increased cost of living. The cost of living in Ghana keeps on increasing, so very soon the amount of money you will spend today would increase in some 5 or 10 years to come. The saddest thing is also that the traditional system where we belong to one another has been broken. Now we are on our own. So just imagine if you're able to grow old, but you have increased cost of living and you have no support system, it will lead to old age global poverty. And that is what we want to reduce in this nation.
Building dreams across the land.
Wealth preservation and succession remain the weakest link in Africa's economic story. Across the continent, billions in assets and enterprises fail to transition smoothly from one generation to the next, largely due to inadequate estate planning, weak succession laws, and intra-family disputes.
There's a food here called Kofi Brokeman. I don't know why they call it that name, but it's a very healthy food, right? And when you are broke, one, you can't sleep. Have you noticed that? You cannot sleep, you can't do anything for yourself. Recently, I had a friend, a professor friend, who was in England, came to Ghana, full professor, taught for 15 years. He was going on retirement. He had to chase, in fact, his retirement started the end of October. He went to Senate and then they told him that all the 15 years that he's worked, his monthly money that he will receive from Senate is 3,700 Ghana cedis. So it's too late to plan anything now. He's 65, has retired as a full professor, 15 years of teaching in Ghana, only 3,700 Ghana cedis.
Making lives and the world so grand, with financial wisdom in hand. We believe in smart money's grace, giving tools to face life's race. With every lesson, dreams take flight.
As you seek to throw the spotlight on securing legacies, protecting families, building the future, financial literacy is the foundation upon which strong legacies are built, families are protected, and prosperous futures are secured. If we had started saving even our pocket money at a certain point in time, reduce the number of calls we were making and save some credit, we'll have millions in our bank accounts now. But at that time, we didn't think of it. But today you are privileged to have this awareness creation. And I know that you will not take it lightly. Our choices remind us to think generationally and not transactionally. When our ancestors say a tree is remembered for its fruit, they understand profoundly that every aspect of life must bear testimony to what it has produced.
In teaching wisdom, stories unfold. We believe in smart money's grace, giving tools to face life's race. With every lesson, dreams take flight, building futures shining bright. Everyday choices informed and clear, guiding families year by year, reaching goals, freedom inside.
Yes, CFLE, we envision an Africa in which all people are financially aware and financially literate. They have access to ethical financial products and services, because there are a lot of products that are around, but then some of them are not ethical. And so if you get hold of those products, instead of building wealth, you will be losing your wealth. And so we want to make sure people are getting access to ethical financial products and services.
With financial wisdom in hand, we believe in smart money's grace, giving tools to face life's race. With every lesson, dreams take flight, building futures shining bright. Oh! Yeah. Making lives and the world a better place. With financial wisdom we embrace. Together we stand, hand in hand, building dreams across the land. Our mission shines like a guiding star to solve a problem that's gone too far. Financial awareness, the key.
And we said that you first of all have to start with an income, then you save, then you do the investment, and then out of the fullness of your investment over a period. So as we are youth, by the time we get to 50, 60, your investments will have started yielding, and then you'll have to start planning for retirement. And then after retirement, when you exit from the world, what happens? And that is important to, first of all, invest in your children, your children's ethics, your children's God-fearing, your children's education, your children's morality, your children's ability to plan for themselves, so that their eyes are not on your wealth. Their eyes are that they can create their own wealth. Then what you have for them will be only an addition or a foundation for them to build on, and they will also leave a legacy. And that's what we talk about, generational wealth. So that is the essence of legacy.
The youth need to know that they need to plan their life. You see, Bill Gates once said that if you see your father being poor, don't blame him. If you become poor yourself, blame yourself. So invariably, you need to plan your life. Plan your life. That is why you need to go to school, acquire knowledge, so that you can use it as a basis of starting your life.
Everybody is on the verge of making money. Making money is everybody's dream. Nobody wants to be poor. However, we need to apply a lot of ethics to that, the right kind of ethics. If everybody is stealing money, would it be right? Somebody will steal your money. So we have to all now be very cautious of how then do we make the money. Do we do it out of our own test, or we do it with diligence? I believe that diligence is key. Whatever you do, whoever you are, stay true to your cause and be diligent at what you are pursuing. Don't be so thirsty for money, because when you forget your values in money making, you will be the next face on the newspaper with a wanted attached to it.
So the first thing I would say is that, as my senior colleague said, be a mindset. I know, right? But we shouldn't take it lightly, because the whole thing is you cut your coat according to your size. If you cannot afford it, don't buy it. Try to save. Secondly, don't just save for saving's sake. When you save, try and invest it, because you realize that the earnings on savings are not that much. So try and invest it. Third, if you want to do good investment, you look for professional advice. Get professionals to help you with it. And then last and foremost, of course, you always need legal advice. Be it making a will, which is very, very important. Don't say you don't have money, you don't have anything. We discussed it. You have something. So will those ones as well. And if you think you don't want to will while you are alive because you're afraid they will take you out, you can have a trust plan. And then that should do it.
I think some of the key lessons that as much as you should save, you should also invest. And I think there was so much advice given about creating trusts, insurance to protect you, and many other amazing things that were shared. But one of the things that I'll share is that agriculture is one of the great assets that you could actually invest in. So if you have a land in your family, do build a farm. If you can't, you can go on our platform on NTN, *170# under option 5, 4 and 3. You can explore Grow For Me. But I would like to leave you with a book I think anyone can read and learn more about how to save and invest. It's The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a very interesting book, and I think you should take time and read it, and some of the lessons in there can help you in creating wealth.
Giving tools to face life's race. With every lesson, dreams take flight. Building futures, shining bright. And the world a better.
As a matter of fact, when I sat in the first section, I said to myself that I wish I knew this or had this opportunity when I was about 20 years, or when I joined the bank, because there's so much information that I've received today, which if I had them when some 20 years ago, maybe I'm sure my asset acquisition and life would have been better than it is now. So I think that a lot of the youth, this is something that must go on, and get more of the youth who are about to start life to be part of this project, because it has something for them, for their future.
I'm particularly glad that we had the expert advice of our legal team. As I speak currently, there is a discussion ongoing from where I'm coming from as to how we can secure and how we can transfer the assets that we have in my family's name. So as I came, I've probably booked down a whole lot of things that I'm taking back to the family members to advise where we can go from.
It's necessary for us to know these things early. It's something that has not been very touched on in our communities, and because of that we have generations suffering from things that are avoidable. I've had a little bit of knowledge on where to start and how to start, and I believe that is a good stepping point or a starting point to be able to develop on such. My message to them would be to be intentional about building financial literacy and gaining some knowledge that will allow them to actually build something lasting for themselves.
Okay, I would like to say that when they have the opportunity to be on seminars like this, they should actually take it, because it's actually going to help them. And I will urge that they take their financial lives too seriously. They should plan whatever they are into. Yeah, that's it.
I wish we study financial literacy in our various schools so that it can help us to save, so that we can gain more knowledge about financial literacy.
Yeah, so the National Estate and Gift Planning Awareness Conference was born out of a national need for conversation around estate and gift planning. So legacy building, succession planning, philanthropy, how people write their will, how they put trust and all those legal documents in place. Because we realize sometimes when people create wealth and they die, there are a lot of conflict that occurs. So in the need to just eradicate that, we decided to create a platform where We invite legal experts, we invite financial experts, the key stakeholders to come and have conversation and inform people, educate them, and help them put proper structures in place. Yeah. It's for everyone. Yes. The businessman watching me, this is for you. The market woman, this is for you. The individual, the student, anyone who want to build wealth and pass it on. Yeah, so I mostly tell people there are some sensitive topics that people don't want to have conversation with. Money, legal stuff, writing a will. The moment you advise someone to put their will together, they think you want them to die. And so because such conversation isn't being encouraged in the system, people are not aware of it. And that is why I think this platform is key. One, we will empower ourselves to create wealth. That is certain. Two, we will build sustainable wealth. And so you are not just creating the wealth for yourself, but then you are creating the wealth so the wealth can live for generations. And three, I think it will also help eradicate conflict, family disputes, and the chaos that happens when someone passes away. Yeah.
Now we have legal advice available. If you are not paying for the lawyer, you can seek legal aid. And lawyers also give pro bono services as and when necessary. So you can get the information and then you make sure that you do what is necessary and prudent to ensure that your future is secured where land issues are concerned. And if you get into any tussle relating to land, as one speaker said, ADR is shorter, quicker, faster, more convenient, and a win-win situation for the parties involved.
CFLE Africa.